Hi guys, welcome back if you are new. My name is Sherry and this is the house next door. I love to do daily life vlog. I love to do home decor. I love to thrift. I am in school for architecture. Today was the first day of my third year. So if you want a little update, I'll do that at the end. But yesterday was National Thrift Store Day. So I thought, what better chance to go to the thrift store. So I'm just going to show you guys what I got yesterday and what I've gotten over the last month, over the last few weeks. So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing I found was this tiger print. I'm always attracted to a tiger print or any sort of animal print or things like that as far as art goes. I think it's fun. So I picked this one up. It's signed Mike Carroll. But yeah, I love this. I'm gonna add it to a gallery wall. I'm not sure where in my house. I have several gallery walls, but yeah, I think that's pretty cute. All right, since we're on frames, the next one is a frame, and it's this tiled, almost, what's this pattern called? I can't remember, but it's this lovely tiled frame with different pretty neutral colors, so I thought that was really cute. If you hear any nasal noises, it's my senior dog in the background, so sorry about that. The next thing I picked up, we're gonna stay in the frame section for right now, are these coasters, and you can put in a little Polaroid. It's got an insert, and I have so many mini Polaroids. This is such a cute way to display them. I picked up 3 of those. Next one is another frame. So I picked up this frame and I had my son, just for fun, make some art for me, and I just had him list the things he does not like to eat. So he's 5. He's allergic to peanuts. He always says he doesn't like to eat peanuts. He had it one time and then we found out he was allergic through that one time. So that one's at the top of the list. Smashed potatoes. He might be the only kid out there who does not love mashed potatoes, but that's okay. I love that he says smashed. And then I was like, oh, you smashed your words together, because they're the letters are very next to each other. But I thought that was so cute. Rice. I'm Hispanic and he just does not like rice. I don't know. It's like a staple from my memories of growing up. He does not like rice unless it's in a burrito mixed in with beans or cheese or something else. He just doesn't like it on its own. He does, however, like sticky rice. So Italian seasoning, except if it's on pizza. So he just doesn't like, I love to throw in Italian seasoning when I'm cooking pasta or something. And he does not like to see the little green bits in there. So he put that down and then he signed it, Silas, age 5. And he told me what this was. It's not a sun. It's supposed to be some type of, I think it's someone eating or something. The frame is not big enough for his art, but I thought it still was kind of cute. It's like clearly a kid did this, and the fact that it doesn't fit fully in the frame feels like the right move. So I'm gonna keep this, and it's gonna live in the kitchen/dining area. Next piece is this candle holder, ceramic candle holder. It's not signed, but I love to find these. I found one in red, but I thought this would look really good on our new dining table, which is a dark burl wood, and I think this really complements that dark color, so I'll be putting this on our dining table. Next piece is already in use, so you'll see what I had planned for it. But I picked up this vase, and I wanted to just I propagate a lot of my plants, so I wanted to put a plant in there. And this one is also on our dining table because I really like the shape of this vase. I feel like it's very interesting and pretty to look at. So this and the candle holder is on our table. In my bedroom, I'm making a gallery of architectural sketches that I find in the thrift store, or I don't know if I'll add any of my own to that area, maybe, but if I find them at the thrift store, I'll get them. I'm adding them to this gallery. And so I found this one, and it was kind of a distressed white frame, and so I just painted it this sap green color from one of my acrylic paints, and I really like it. I feel like it makes the sketch pop even more. And this is one of the bigger pieces, so I wanted it to be more of a bold statement. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. The next piece is this wall hook. I'm going to put this on the outside of my bedroom door, because the outside of my door is part of a hallway to the entrance. So I wanted something visually pretty but also functional to be on the door, so that when my friends come over, they have a place to hang their bags or whatever it is. And also we can obviously use this. But yeah, I thought this one was fun, and I picked it up at Savers. All right, next one is this faux burlwood frame. I think that's really pretty. It's a little bit scratched, but you know, we're not gonna judge in this household. I am a fan of red. The pop of red anywhere, I think, is so nice. So I picked up a red frame. And then this next frame, I picked it up. It goes like this, but I'm gonna use it like this. And I'm gonna put in pictures that you take at the photo booth. I have a few I wanted to frame, so I'm gonna put those in. Initially I was gonna paint the frame because I'm not like a huge fan, but once I got home I was like, you know what? I don't mind it too much. So I think for now I'm just gonna get it done and get it up, and then maybe we'll revisit the painting of the frame. Next up, these, oh my gosh. It's like when you want to find something, you can't find it, and then when you're not looking for it, suddenly there it is. A few months ago, I thrifted a bunch of cutlery, and I wanted these metal baskets. I swear I saw them all the time at the thrift store, and then suddenly I wanted one, and there were none. So I ended up just buying one. They didn't have exactly what I was looking for, so I settled. I'm going to return the one that I bought, and then I'm going to use the one that I thrifted yesterday. I found 2 of these. Honestly, it's just such a simple thing, but it was like driving me crazy that I couldn't find one of these. So I found 2, and I'm going to be using 2 because I have a lot of cutlery. Next piece is just a simple tray that I found. I just wanted something to place my soap dispenser, Q-tips, that sort of thing on the tray so they're not just roaming around the counter. This next one, if you watched my last video, I put this vintage toolbox in my bathroom as a way to organize incense for a more experiential moment in the bathroom. And so you can choose your incense when you go in there. I wanted to just buy fun lighters to put in this piece that I thrifted. Isn't that so cute? But I ended up driving by an antique store I'd never seen before here, and I went in. They had a bunch of these old matches, so I picked a bunch of them up, and I have them now living in here on top of that toolbox. So I'm really happy about that one. As I said, I'm always working on a gallery wall, and that involves sourcing a lot of frames, and I don't like to buy them new if I can help it. This one I thought was beautiful. Usually when you find something decorative like this, it's plastic. This one is metal, so I was really shocked to find something with this intricate pattern in a metal. Then I picked this one up, inspired by a picture I screenshotted a year ago, and I recently looked at on my phone, and it was something similar to this, so I had to pick it up, and it's also going in our bedroom. This next piece I found at Savers on Sunday, and I didn't know what it was, but I thought it looked cool. Some of you might know immediately what it is. I just didn't know. I flipped it over. It's stainless steel, made in Italy. But it's this. Put in the comments what you think it is really quick. Isn't that beautiful though? I mean, I think it's beautiful, and I'm gonna find a cool use for it. Right now I'm thinking I'm gonna use it as an interesting plant hanger. I'll put in an inspiration picture of something similar. It's not exactly obviously this, but I think it'd be interesting to use it as like, it's putting it up on the ceiling or even the stairs that I've added some plants to. But originally this is a casserole carrier. You know, my husband guessed that it was some type of carrier immediately, so I don't know, I'm oblivious. I thought maybe it was one of those things for the bath. This guy I showed last week. It's a vintage Dutch tea towel in a folk art print. I am going to frame it. I just haven't found a frame big enough yet. But it will most likely live in the kitchen, I'm guessing. This waffle towel, I love the red, as I've said. I love the waffle, and I think it'll be a really nice pop in the kitchen. Okay, these next ones I found at Savers, and they're going on the dining table, and they're these IKEA placemats. I love the two-tone green, but I love the contrast with the purple and the orange. I've really been into, I forgot what the name is, but the curtains where it's, I think it's linen and it's different patchwork. It's like a patchwork curtain. I've really been into that. And I found this tablecloth at Savers, and I think this could work somehow for that type of style. I don't know, maybe not. If it doesn't, I'm going to use it as a tablecloth, but I thought that was really interesting. So the last thing I found was this red tablecloth, and it's got this ruffled edge. I think that's beautiful, and it's pretty big too. So I'm really excited to use that. And that concludes the thrift haul for the video. I'm just gonna update you guys on school. So if you're not interested in that, thank you for watching the thrift portion. Subscribe if you'd like, comment if you'd like. Today was the first day of school, and it was pretty busy. So I got there around, I want to say it was a little after 8. My first class was at 9:40, but I had to go to the card services office because I was having trouble registering with my email. They switched from a physical card to a mobile card, which is great, but I couldn't figure it out, and it was like this, it's always the simplest thing, isn't it? So that was pretty quick, but then I had to go talk to the bursar's office, headed over there and got that all sorted out, and then headed to the library. And luckily, as soon as I walked in, I saw someone I knew, so that was nice. We sat at the same table, and the first class was through Zoom because my teacher is in Copenhagen until next week. So we had our class until 11. We kind of just went over the syllabus and like assignments coming up and that sort of thing. And then I had a break up until 11:50 was my next class. So I got out at 11. My next class was in person at 11:50, but I had to run to talk to the advisor for the architecture department about some transfer issues because I went to community college for my first 2 years. But I got that all sorted out, that was like the most stressful thing that was happening today. That was what was stressing me out. But that all got sorted. And then I went to my second class. But my second class, it's 3 classes that they're co-teaching. So there are 6 teachers for the one class period. So that class runs from 11:50 until 5 p.m. with, I think, 1 break in between to kind of split it up. So that class is a research class, communications, and a studio workshop. So you get a break after the research and communications portion to go into studio. And then the studio is actually in a different building way across the campus. So we walked over there and we all got our assigned workstations. And yeah, then that was basically it for that class. The research class seems pretty interesting. They talked a little bit about our first projects coming up. So one of them is going over someone else's kitchen to make a plan for them to become a zero waste kitchen. I have to go into someone else's space and analyze their kitchen and ask them questions and kind of do an interview. The other project coming up is analyzing our own trash. So we'll be collecting our trash over the span of a week and then putting them into categories, then doing a whole thing on that. Those are the first two projects coming up. That's gonna last about 3 weeks. Yeah, so everything seems like it's all situated. I do have homework that I need to do tonight that's due tomorrow, so I'm gonna get that done. I'll take you guys along for the semester and let you know what I'm doing. I'll show you some of what I'm doing if I can. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.